Yeah.
Hello, boys. Hello, girls, and welcome to some TF2. We are here for the Twitch Team Fortress TV Invitational. It is the final of the lower bracket, or as some people call it, the second chance bracket. My name is Getaway. I'm joined here by a very good friend who has come back to the casting world, and he's joining me tonight. His name is Seabear. The second chance bracket. Are you excited?
I only have one question for everybody. Can I jump on top of this lighthouse thing? God, I want to get up there. Hi everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is like Getaway. I almost said Dashner, but you're not Dashner. You're Getaway.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Both Canadian though, right? No, Dasher's not Canadian. I'm so stupid. This is the lower bracket finals. We are down to the last 3 teams remaining. Winner of this team will go on to play Classic Mix-Up tomorrow night. And I know that at least Bloodsire will be casting that tomorrow night game, so we can all look forward to that. And I believe there'll be one map down in a best of 3 tomorrow, whoever wins this game. We are playing on CP Sunshine. I am all giddy because I've never actually seen this map before. So you know what that means. I'll be saying dumb stuff all game long. I have all these new casting loadout HUD improvements that make casting simple as can be, and I'm still gonna be dumb as possible. Getaway. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I think everyone's looking forward to it. It's a whole new world with these plugins, and shout outs to all the people who are kind of making this crap so much better. It is a new map. A lot of people are super new to it. Just made its debut in the season, this past season, so it's new for a lot of people, and still going through some changes and whatnot. But we've seen it. There was a cast, and these 2 teams just 2 nights ago played on this very same map for
Right.
the CVO Spring Classic, and so kind of a rematch of sorts. They'll get to both of these teams want to get through because Mix Up, the number 3 seed in the ESA land, knocked them both out, and that's why we're here in the lower bracket. So they'll get the chance to sort of redeem themselves. So lower bracket doesn't really mean anything. These are our top 2 seeds in land.
I may have an issue with my mic. I just realized I think it might be a little bit off. I'm reading chat, which, oh my god, there's actually like information in our chat that's not spam. So I may restart Mumble here just for a second to make sure, because my default mic was not the actual, like, my snowball. I'm a little concerned about it, Mr. Getaway. But yeah, they did play, I believe, that froyotech won 5-2 in that game. As far as like a prediction would go, I feel like froyotech, fresh off the epic game with Mix Up yesterday, in where Clockwork was just ridiculous. I don't know how much of that you got to see, Mike. That game was so crazy.
Yep, it was nuts.
It was Seagull making plays for Mix Up, and then Clockwork turn in 4Ks like every other life. My point, I guess, as I ramble on, is that I think that froyotech is a heavy favorite, or at least a pretty significant favorite, basically because I just don't see how the Exertus scouts are going to deal with that pressure on the flank. Now, I don't know this map. I know the result of these 2 teams already playing it. On a traditional map, I would give a huge advantage to the froyotech flank, the 2 scouts, and obviously Romer sort of winning that matchup against the 2 sides. But I don't know. This map looks pretty small, so maybe the flank isn't as big of a deal. Either way, I hope it's a better match. I'm thinking 4G wins, probably like 5-1, 5-2. I'll go with 5-2 for 4G is my prediction. Chat, what do you think? Mike, what do you think?
What do you think? Well, I think that definitely Exertus has their work cut out for them here. They know what they've got to do. I've got to imagine that they've been practicing and kind of working their asses off, getting ready for this one, because, I mean, Exertus have been in the zone as well. They've been playing fantastically, but froyotech's a hell of a team to go up against, and I think their job is real simple tonight. I think they want to move on. They've got real prize money to play for. It's not land, but remember, there is $2,500, I believe, of a prize pot that these guys are playing for when they get to the grand final. And so I think that Exertus have a lot to prove, and I think that if they can have a good night, they can challenge. I think that it might be a closer game, maybe a 5-4 either way. But,
yeah, I'm seeing... Oh, sorry. What were you saying? 5-4? Are you that bold, Mike? Are you going that big with your prediction?
Well, with these 2 teams, I think they're capable of a 5-4, but the map plays a big role in it. I don't think we're going to have a repeat. I don't think it'll be 5-2 like the other night, because I think that Exertus definitely learned a few things, and since they've already seen 7 rounds against 4G on this map, they might have some tricks up their sleeves, Seabear.
So what's the prediction? Unless you said it while I was reconnecting to Mumble.
5-4 Exertus.
Oh, he's
I'm
doing
saying
it, boys.
I'm doing
he's
it.
Going crazy.
I'm doing it. I'm going hog wild with my Preds.
Someone warned Lang. We got a hot man in here. He's getting warm. He's predicting the epic game. I would love to see that 2 in a row. Our luck usually isn't that good, though, boys. I have to admit, I have to say that usually the match after the ridiculously great match that everyone gets hyped for, sort of a letdown. These are 2 of the top 3 teams in North America, so if there's a repeat, it would be right now. So hopefully we do, Mike. I don't know. I saw a lot of, while we were getting predictions, people saying 5-3. Seemed pretty common for 4G. I think that's a pretty good prediction. I'm going to stick with my 5-2. Why not? I did get a couple of our old favorites, 69 to 420 in favor of the team.
Yeah.
How I missed that comment every cast. Oh, you guys, I want to hug you, you big fat troll.
You should have said it, Seabear, because that's hilarious to me to say 69 just at any time in life.
And then you followed up with 420 right after?
420, right.
Oh my god.
Weed, of course, yeah. We played a 5 points, of course, here in these sort of tournaments. Yeah, I mean, I'm just putting myself inside the heads of these teams, you know what I mean? 4G are obviously, I mean, it's hard not to call them the most skilled team, but Exertus are going to be trying real hard tonight, but we're going live, sir. And on this first middle, I'm watching the demo who has so much to prove. A little hiccup here in the server.
Oh god. Alright, everyone do your server fix dance. Lang somewhere.
Oh boy.
Take your shirt off and on real fast, Lang, somewhere, please. If you can hear the sound of my voice, please. Oh, it's counting down. This is
maybe not
good.
A server hiccup, perhaps more than a server hiccup. So we may have to get the server restarted here, but stick with us.
I got
Langs all over the world are removing their
Okay, the server did in fact crash. I got message from the players that it did so. Not sure if they got any of the game in, and I also don't know what the overall ruling is, how long it's going to take for the server to come back up. My initial reaction, Mike, is to say we should go to a quick break while we, make sure it's not going to be a long pause. Like they have to set up another new server. So I don't know. What do you think?
Let's do that. Let's hit up some music. Let's let the chat, do that stuff that the chat does, and we'll check in. We'll get our sort of mechanical things here figured out. It should only be a couple minutes. Stick with us here, though, guys, on Team Fortress TV. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, folks. Well, welcome back. We're here. We're live. We had the server go down, but we're back up, and we're actually going.
Yeah, we're right on time. That's crazy. That's awesome. Like, we had Matt at our cameraman. Like, you guys are live, and both of us, like, our natural reaction is like, ah! Just make a noise. Okay, so cool. We're at the first mid fight. We didn't miss anything. Sorry about the hiccuping. But if you're new to this game, this is TF2. I'm not sure what's going on though, buddy. I guess
perhaps we had a mulligan because Exertus are sitting here. I don't know. We missed the very start of this one. It seems like it's real. Maybe.
It looks like what happened in the real world, judging by 4G not going out of their spawn, is that Exertus...
They already had mid.
Yeah, as you know, Source TV is 90 seconds behind, so it actually crashed after Exertus won the first 2 points. So some good sportsmanship. They're not just going to restart the game. 4G is just going to allow the game to sort of reset where they were, and now we're pushing last. We actually already have a sniper on the field. Alpha is Exertus sniping, so we'll see. I have no idea where the sight lines are on this map. Hopefully we will learn. We have an NG building a sentry at last, so that's great news, Mike. Love that, and we're going to settle in.
You know what, Seabear? Engineer, very effective on this last point, believe it or not. People have found great success, and this is a common building spot, sort of down in this secret area. Dummy getting up, he's got a level 2 right now. It's just one more thing to think about. Teams almost expect it when they come into last now, but they got to expect clockwork on heavy. Oh, he's going back. He was heavy for a sec. He's opting for sniper. He's a lot better on sniper. He knows how to drop things.
And they may have spotted out Alpha and trying to counter snipe. Alpha's got some nice sight lines, able to get a shot onto Banny or attempt, didn't hit him. Lancey's gonna jump forward and try to seal that off, but Alpha's just kind of going back and forth. It's kind of like a snake water like situation there, where you poke one door, get maybe 1 or 2 shots in, and Shade's doing his best trying to avoid that. And the roamers, or both soldiers for 4G, are trying their best to not give Alpha any open sight lines, but they're just doing the tank. Alpha
Gets
you go.
clockwork.
Nice. That is
Alpha had a
awesome.
big advantage there. Here comes the Uber. That's good enough for them. Clockwork down. Down goes Lansky as well. Alpha on a little 2K here sniping, and that sentry gun hopefully won't belong to this world. Finally gets taken out by Rando. We've got 2 players down only for froyotech, still fighting it out here. It's a good old DM fest.
Wow, Alpha's going crazy. A third headshot there. Mela's also in. A slow push. We do have a respawn come in from Clockwork, who's buffed on the point, hopping around. Even the great Clockwork cannot get the kill. They had the cap, finally do. Shade gets dropped down. Mela and Alpha get 100 kills on that last push. I believe it was 100. And we have a 1-0 score for Exertus, so maybe we might have ourselves a crazy little game here.
And looked pretty convincing as well. Now, it's kind of a strange round where you have to start off giving up the mid, but we've got a real one now. I'm following Badonsky out to this mid because Exertus, I think they want to get some momentum on their side if they can. Real quick, the mid is Badonsky. It looked like it was a lot ahead of Banny. Flying through the air with the greatest of ease is Mr. Blaze, who gets in kind of all the way behind here, and I wonder if he's considering wrapping in. Meanwhile, Banny's back here on mid. He's trying to shut down some of these alleys. We got Rando going down and Alpha down 2. It's a 4-up situation. Still fighting it out right now. Banny trying to put some damage onto the medic. Remember, his stickies are back to normal. But 2 players down, or 2 players still up. It's Badonsky and Fragile, and goodbye, Exertus.
Yeah, but Mela was able to drop Shade in the end of that fight, so 4G is going to be able to take this mid. froyotech will have control of that point, but the Fragile cat-faced his way to safety. Now, the second point is going to go down here at the base of this ridiculously awesome lighthouse thing that's been built here. Clockwork's going to go down, Alpha having a ridiculous start. Rando comes in and gets a double kill on the point. The ground has been shot. Decamate's going to join him in the dead, but with that big double by Rando, I think second's going to go. Uber will not have to be popped until at least mid, where 4G is hanging out, Mike. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold this. Banny's putting up a trap, and I believe they're just going to have to get this up, so a nice 2-point swing at least for Exertus.
Very lucky for Exertus because Fragile walked right on top of about 3 stickies or so at the shutter door, but was lucky to get out of there. That might have turned it around. He still has his Uber right now, eating a bit of spam and having to back up, but lucky for him, Shade's still only at 65%. I think Exertus are smart enough to, well, maybe they will just sit back here. They're just going to kind of wait for it, perhaps. Not wanting to push, a little tentative.
Yeah, the last 2 times I saw Exertus, they played sort of IM teams, and they were going at every point possible. They had 5% advantage, they were going. So, going up against possibly a stronger team in froyotech, certainly as an undefeated team this year. Just lost to them in this map. Maybe they're not as confident going up against them. But we're going to stalemate out here. Interested to see sort of how this point plays when both sides have Uber. Looks like we're going to be spamming over walls and poking around here. This point, kind of transition point thing, looks a little bit like Process to me. There's no inside area, but there seems to be that sort of sewer on the far left side. I'm looking from the mid perspective. And it looks like they're just poking around, Mike, trying to find a hole to shove into. I got to stop saying things like that.
To shove into, yeah, like a musket. Yeah. Alpha's up on Sniper, and he's looking for jumpers. He's looking up over these big walls. He's the only sniper on the field right now, and certainly shown he's very capable. Already picked out, I think, 3 headshots on the last point. Cycling around right now. If he can get a pick, that might be all they need. Depends who it is. Cycling around, he's going to join up right now with his demo, Badonsky, who's trying to spam, make a little bit of room here. Position right now. We don't see a whole lot of damage going down.
Yeah, Shade's behind the bulletproof glass there inside the base of that gigantic tower. I was told you can't jump on top of it, which made me really sad. It looks like an object in a jump map, of which I love.
Right.
Alpha's trying his best to find a priority target, but, you know, it's got a nice sight line. He sees stuff, but it's really Shade sort of blowing fog onto the glass and, like, making a smiley face back at him through the scope. Like, hey, you're not going to shoot me because I'm safe. So I don't know
Badonsky keeps pain training. I'm watching him pain train red stickies, which is the pace of this match has certainly slowed down a little bit. He's just sort of on his own, and the combo, actually a lot of heals going to Alpha right now because he's poking his head out, trying to get a target as we talked about. Sort of a classic moment right now. Fragile just sort of staying in this left Chili's area right now, healing up his sniper and his soldier who has his shoddy out.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind seeing just some aggression right out of the door. Both soldiers jump in. When you're inside a small area, we actually just saw on the mirror side, on the blue tower, there was a double kill from Rando. Basically just jumped in an enclosed area.
Boy.
Wow, there's
Alpha
the headshot.
picks out Blaze. Here we go.
Blaze goes
We're
down.
gonna have motion here now. Lansky way hurt as well, almost cratering, but the Ubers are in, both Ubers. Rando picks out Lansky, and there's 2 players down. It's both soldiers for froyotech who know they got to get out of there. Rando going way up high, getting blasted. Banny does take him out, which is nice.
Push is going to continue on. Red does give up. It's a pretty even fight, but Lansky getting killed off there towards the end of it. No pocket, no love. Looking at the Ubers, are exactly even. We do have Clockwork now playing the Australian man. He's going to be sniping from last. Alpha's also sniping still. He just absolutely destroyed 4G, and he's got the full charge scoping up on his far left side sightline. See if he can find anybody here.
Feels like this is still his first life in this round. I don't think he's gone down, Bear. He's just kind of living.
Yeah.
He's just kind of shooting. Mela was way up, and Mela was the first one actually into this point, and there are a lot of areas, for people who are new to this map, a lot of spots you can come in, but most commonly we see a push mainly coming in from the left side for the attackers. But there are those bottom areas as well where scouts and sometimes snipers like to creep in. We've got Decimate down low, waiting, just kind of blocking it off and making sure no one sneaks by.
This map right now is playing a little bit like old Granary to me, as far as the sort of station-to-station mentality. You're getting kind of stuck up against these doors. I think both teams are playing not casually, cautiously, I should say, and not really anxious to push and force a fight. But hopefully the pace of this game, hopefully the pace of this game increases. Alpha's going to go underneath. Oh, but he's going to get his brains destroyed and taken from him.
Oh, and here comes Blaze, who comes right out, wants a pick, but he gets taken out easily by Mela. And Exertus had a soldier and scout in that bottom area. They were ready for it, so that's not going to work. But here comes Dummy on Heavy around the corner, and coming around the corner, and he picks something out as well. What happened to me there? My voice.
I don't know.
Me, Justin.
He became Bloodsider.
Coming around the corner.
Yeah, you're going to throw your back out and be 4 feet tall if you're not careful.
Too soon. Rando goes down as well, and this is a situation now where froyotech are pleased to come in. They're sending Blaze underneath to make sure there's no sneaky back caps. And doesn't look like there will be. It looks like most of Exertus has gotten out, but they're going to try to defend outside of the actual lighthouse here. Seabear's Lighthouse. We can push for that maybe. Hashtag Seabear's Lighthouse.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll live in there. It's nice. There's probably less sirens in the house I live in. Decimate's going to go down. Clockwork is able to find him on the flank here. Shade does pop his Uber, so they're going. 4G wants to take out the lighthouse, but this Uber has gotten literally nothing done. I'm not sure if there was a force. I didn't see. I think Mela may have gotten in and forced, but he actually got out as well if he did in fact force. And now Exertus is in a great spot, Mike. They have their Uber. They're down to Mela, though. Finally does get caught out by Clockwork, but Uber versus no Uber and no Clockwork as well. Big loss for 4G as
Banny
the Stickies
comes
catch
right
him.
up. We got a stick trap up on the right side for the attackers. Not going to do anything, though. Banny holding down that part of the map, but only 3 players up now. Left side looks real good. And Alpha comes in. He got an SMG kill, which is great. Only Banny and Dummy up. Looks real good for XTS right now. But look, we have young Dummy doing some work, and Clockwork, too. Clockwork on a 2K. Gets Alpha and Badonsky. Is he going to hold this last?
How did
What
they
is
hold
this?
that? It's a little quick spawn action there. That was ridiculous.
Clockwork! Another 4K. 4Ks should be named after Clockwork, especially after the other night, but the 2 scouts for froyotech are going to come out and take this lighthouse.
Interesting spawn timer. We did see a blue scout try to dodge in towards last, but Decimate's going to watch the second point go down, so no back cap for him. Banny's going to be throwing his regular powered stickies back at him, and Clockwork's going to collect kill number 5 on his streak. And he's playing well again, as usual. And we're back at mid now, so a great hold by 4G. I, kicked my feet up, Mike. I thought that was over, you know. This
boy.
Round 2, but that was a great hold.
Well, I think that froyotech is going to feel real good about that. Holding on to last with not much more than 2 scouts, and I think their adrenaline's going because they're coming out flying here. Banny throwing sticks, auto-deading, but he does go down to Mela. That might slow down 4G a little bit. Look at this. We've got Uber. Oh, wow. Rando going down, and that was Lansky with a big pick. Clockwork is down as well. It was a 3v3 situation. Kind of a wasted Uber a little bit because Fragile still got his.
Blue is going to pull the ridiculous play, and they're just going to Uber in Alpha. Alpha's having a great game, so why not just Uber him into the whole team? No combo soldier to take this. Alpha's got a sword out. He's slicing and dicing, but Shade's going to jump away. Alpha bricking this last part. Fragile's going to go down. Alpha has to kill Shade here. Alpha has to kill Shade. He does get him. Wow. He reloads that last shot into the scattergun, able to drop the red medic, and that's going to save a lot of hurt for them. And actually, 4G's in quite a bit of trouble here. Clockwork is jumping around. He's gonna pin Mela up against the wall with his scattergun, but Decimate gets him. And there we go, Banny versus Decimate now in that sewer area, and Banny with the left click, right click into a pipe double, and he might just get mid himself. And I'm liking this pace a lot better. We're starting to pick it up and go some back and forth, big plays happening now.
Turn into a bloodbath here, Seabear, a little bit. Just frags left and right and a little bit in the center as well. The cap is going down. 4G does get it, and oh, I don't know. We had sort of a moment where we sat around for a few minutes earlier, but no, none of that nonsense now. We have a slight, well, the Ubers are going to be very close. The Uber advantage is only about 15 to 20% now for Exertus, but dummy building as well. He's got his sword out. And Blaze up top right now. 4G just kind of waiting to get that Uber. Waiting for further instructions.
Yeah, Exertus, if they want to push, they should have gone about 2 seconds ago. Looks like they're thinking about it. Maybe they think they have more of an advantage, but Shade certainly will have an Uber, and they're going for it. Soldiers blotting out the sun, making it rain, but they're not going to make any kills happen. In fact, Decimate's going to go down to Blaze, whose hiding spot pays off. There goes that blue Uber, countered right away by Red. So we're going to have Uber versus Uber, and I think 4G's got the better of this. Clockwork from the backside is able to drop the demo, but Donsky is dead. Fred's still alive, but not anymore. Blaze drops both.
Was living behind. I don't know if Exertus realized he was back there, but man, 85% of that was Blaze. He took out, I think, 2, possibly 3 of the Exertus players, and real easy now to just come right on in. I don't know. The timing a little strange here, but Blaze is going to jump anyway. The Heavy's there now, and I think right now just scrambling to get something up at last is Exertus. Blaze up on that pipe. It goes down. 4v3 situation for froyotech, and I don't know what I think about that decision. Just kind of decided to come in dry. They're at 85% right now.
They're going to get this, and I mean, their scouts running around. Lansky's still alive. Everyone's out of ammo, and there it is. The double dummy comes in and just destroys 2. The Golden Boy is back, and there is your tie-up round, so we're at 1-1, and it looks like 4G is warmed up at this point. They've decided to stop kind of sitting back and taking the aggression to the opposite team. Blaze with a gigantic double kill on the combo to open that round up. And we are at mid-fight number 3. I'm curious to see how Exertus reacts, as they definitely got pushed around towards the last 3 or 4 minutes of that second round here. But mid-fight, brand new round. See what happens. Banny's going to go down right away. Mela with a double right off the bat. Gets that powerful demo class off the field. And 4G's going to have to make magic happen. Lansky goes down. No soldiers now. And Clockwork as well. Never, ever. He has unbound his S key, Mike. He does not go backwards. He's always pressing W. Shade is alive, does have his Uber, well, sort of building, and the Fragile did end up going down as well, so I think actually was a Clockwork that caught Fragile, so sort of a mirror of last mid. We had one team win, but the Shade does have Uber, so he'll be ready to re-push with that. Yeah,
a little bit. The demos, both of the demos, the rollout on this new map, on this CP Sunshine, we're seeing demos getting the mid with 58, 60 HP, a whole lot, and so a lot of times the demos are going down on these mids. I don't know if there's some other way around that, but at any rate, we're looking right now at Exertus pushing last, as they have been a couple times in this match already. They have an Uber, though. It looks like the Uber's coming right out. It gets forced by Rando right off the bat. Is going to jump out of there. Banny is just kind of setting up shop right now in his last. This Uber is a scout Uber. Badowski trying to hit the pipes. He got a couple pipes in there. Finally, Clockwork goes down. The rabid dog, Clockwork, who likes to string together those 4Ks.
We have a spy on the field, ladies and gentlemen, and he is committed. He is in. It is Mela. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but he's sneaky. Oh, he running on. Oh, he breaks it. Oh, are you kidding me? He might be able to pistol him still, but no, he gets scattered down. He had back for days to stick that knife into, but he just missed it. Oh my lord, it's not the end of the world, but man, now Exertus is going to push in. They have that Uber advantage. They're going to go. Shade though is building up. He's at 70% now. Here comes the push. Alpha's in bravely trying to push Lansky back, and I think they will do so.
Decimate's wrapping around. Yeah. Decimate's in behind. Oh, he gets taken out. Really lucky there for Banny.
Wow,
real smart. Just send up those traps in behind, and it works. There's so many, we talked about it, there's so many routes for these scouts to get in behind. But Donsky looks like he wants to go. He's chomping at the bit here at the left shutter, but being stuck up consistently by Banny. He's just waiting. It looks like Pain Train is out. I don't, bat the stickies away with the Pain Train.
Mela just suicided into last, got picked off. think that there's going to be a 4G repush. Well, as I say that, it looks like they actually are going to go. So say Gale might be switching classes. They're going to force right away, but Shade did go, and they are committed. So at least forcing the offensive Uber early. 4G's got a decent foothold in this fight here. We'll see if they're going to be able to turn it out. Lancy pins Rando into the skybox with some awesome hit scan. But there's the pipe roller from the heavens drops onto Shade, and this fight is all over the place. Decimate is Sniper, which you do not want when there's such a close fight. Mail is able to drop Dummy. We have a 2v2 situation, but no health for Alpha
Alpha's
and Mail.
on last, and he's
wow.
just very easily gonna take the last. Benny scrambled back to try to stop it, but Exertus snagging one there.
I thought he was... I'm sorry, boys. I thought he was looking for health and trying to stop second. I thought there would be spawns in time. Don't know the
3
map.
HP. 3 HP and he takes last. It still works. 2 more than you need, right?
He's a brave vampire man, yeah.
He is.
All right, so we're about mid-fight number 4 here. 2-1 in favor of Exertus. See if 4G can come back here. Already won as many rounds as they did just a couple days ago on this map at Exertus. And Dummy's going to be the first kill to those regular powered stickies. Nerf them! As frags are going to be traded off your 3-on-3 situation. Both medics still alive. Red with better positioning. Banny is there. Rando looks like he wants to commit in. He says, just heal me, I don't care. Decimate's getting aggressive onto Clockwork, which you don't want to do. Clockwork drops him and Rando. Fragile's still alive, but he's about to get chased down here. He's going to pull out the Ubersaw, try his little heart out, but no. Clockwork gets 4 and a clean mid-win. Shade has Uber. This could be a quick one.
Yeah, I've got to say, Rando there was really trying to do it on that mid, but just not able to hit his shots. And some of these angles, a lot of little platforms and things like that make it tough for soldiers if they can't get up above. They need to get that height advantage. Exertus sort of failing to do that there. And it's going to be Froyo's turn. They're going to be able to come in on this last because Fragile's still building. He went down, and he's only at 20% right now. And I think 4G know that and going to come right in, looks like. They're jumping up. They're going to take a middle or some kind of lower sort of non-standard route. We see teams going in through the left so much. They're going to try right. Here goes. Early pop. Heavy's up. He's got to target that down first. They will get the Heavy. Finally, Dummy picking him out. There's an engineer. Male's trying to build up. There is a gun still up at last, but it's not going to matter at all.
I like that push a lot better. Get in, kill the utility if it's a sentry or a heavy, and just get on the point. When it's a point's tough to cap. You know, we've seen it in other maps historically. Just get on it as soon as you possibly can. But we've seen a lot of it.
You can come from above too. It's a little higher up. You can sort of just rain shit down on people's faces, Seabear. So to speak.
It's sort of that cram, that stuff them into the respawn or stuff them back and get on the point. It's pretty simple. All right, so we're tied up 2-2. Next round will be at the end of the first half here. We'll see what team has the advantage going into half. Exertus has been great on mid so far. They did lose that last one on the back of great Clockwork play. Rando's going to open it up onto Clockwork, and actually Badonsky dominating the Superstar Scout. But Exertus doesn't have a great foothold here. 4G's going to pop spam and force the combo out. Alpha is going to bite the dust. He'll have himself a suck of blood, and he'll be fine. He'll be alive in about 10 seconds. And 4G easily wins. They're going to leave 1 to cap, and they're pushing right away. So trying to up the pace a lot are the froyotech boys. But Shade! Oh no! I told him before the game started, do not drop an Uber. And he said, you jinxed me, and I just did. Oh my, Mike. That is a brutal drop.
You made that happen, Seabear. Either way, right now, Mela trying to hold down, takes out Dummy, who was maybe thinking about last. I think that Exertus have got to do a better job of keeping their soldiers up. I mean, you're up against Clockwork and Dummy, fantastic scouts, but they're just doing a number on Mela, who goes down right as I speak about it to Clockwork. The scouts are just taking the soldiers out. I don't think Exertus having a hard time on the mid, and I think that's a big reason why they just keep losing these soldiers. Clockwork is finding lanes to get behind. He's actually on second right now. I'm not sure that he was spotted out and shot rockets at, but they have to be aware. They're letting him get in. He's in mid, committed to this fight. Mid is going to go down. Clockwork's hopping around, doing the best he can, trying desperately to force Fragile here, but no. Decimate is able to kill him. He's also known as Decimate, but if you're really cool like me, Mike, you pronounce his name wrong intentionally. And yeah, so Uber's going to come here right away. Shade is at 80, pending he pops it. Come on, Shade. But here comes Exertus looking to get 3-point swing, and it looks like they're going to do just that. Banny has stickies up somewhere. I believe he just deaded them. They were sort of towards the point. But yeah, Exertus uses their Uber well. Just the threat of it forced Red all the way back to last, and now Exertus has a chance to go to halftime up by 1 here. Yeah, Dummy's already up building his little thing. Wants it to watch the point this time. We saw last time Sentry Gun didn't do a damn thing on last. Alpha sacks his way in. He tries to He was going for the engineer there, and Lansky gets the NG shoddy kill on Alpha. Wondering if Alpha was going into the come back up as sniper. I wouldn't be surprised if he will.
I would bet
the play.
I would bet a lot of money, my friend.
He did
that
so great at the start of this match. He had 3 picks in a row. He's going to be sniping against Mr. Clockwork though, and we know that one could go either way.
Yeah, Clockwork's pushed up pretty far, maybe anticipating catching Alpha, trying to get in. So you did sack Alpha. They gave up that forward holding position towards last. And Exertus is very far back in the safety of the bulletproof glass there. But now that Alpha's up, Fragile's going to leash him in. But turning the corner here, he's going to find, Clockwork has ducked back towards last. So we're going to go to the Alpha cam and see if he gets a headshot. There it is, right on cue. Lancey, see you later, brains upon the wall. And Alpha might take a break to go suck on the brain juice, as you know you would love to do. But there comes the push. With that sniper, not a lot of fragging power in last. Bedoxy has killed the sentry gun, but Shade will not pop. Oh my god, Shade milked away. He's got a pail of milk in his lap now and went down to the low red. And that Uber is going to cue Exertus to get out. But I don't think 4G are going to be able to push the second point with this Uber, and certainly without Dummy, who just goes down to Rando. We're going to have to reset here. Here comes a big bomb, though, by Blaze! No! He got arrowed by the Fragile!
Arrowed down!
Wow, saves his own life. The Fragile was certainly dead if that rocket hit that next one, but
they're
going to
coming
go
right in, buddy. It's looking bad. We got 6 versus 3. Those don't tend to end very well for the 3. Shades Uber saw... Oh
wow.
My god, Mela! Making my voice crack, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be 3-2. Exertus going into half.
Wow, what a nice half, man. We're getting treated to a second straight awesome game. Of course, we are in the Team Fortress TV Twitch partnership invitational. I'm going to call it the the Team Fortress TV Invitational powered by Twitch. The winner of this will go to the grand finals to play Classic Mix-Up, who are sitting there with a 1-map advantage in a best of 3. That will take place tomorrow. I'm not sure what the map is. Hopefully it's not Yuli Roush, because, we've seen enough of that.
Just saw it, yeah.
Yeah.
There's something crazy in there. Throw a Koth map or something.
Yeah, let's play some other map, I wouldn't mind seeing some Koth. But anyway, this map has been great so far. I don't have stats up, but I don't know, Mike, what's stood out to you so far? I think Alpha's played super well with sniping, and I think you can credit him with, at least one round win. That first round, certainly, when he was just doming everybody.
I think a map like this, the thing that I'm noticing the most are the way the scout pairs are playing. I'm noticing on the mids a whole lot that Clockwork and Dummy are coming out like rabid dogs and just doing crazy. They're taking out the soldiers on the mid. I mean, they're doing their job perfectly. I'm looking at the scoreboard to sort of see what I can see. I mean, Alpha and Clockwork, they're being Alpha and Clockwork. I think that a lot of it will depend on how the scouts can do, because it's a big wide open map. There are lots of routes and lots of ways for scouts to get in behind and cause havoc. I got to give a lot of credit to Exertus, though, to be up 3-2. It could very easily have been 3-2 the other way. Very close match so far.
Yeah, and while we still are at halftime here, real quick on a plug that... Thank you, of course, to Twitch, like I said earlier, for partnering up with us to bring this awesome tournament. I hope we see more in the future. Big shout out to Twitch John, who has himself a fine member of the thick variety. Rest in peace, that Twitter handle, though. I'll always miss it. But also, I want to plug that we're still trying to raise money to send 2 North American teams to the I-52 tournament, which is in Telford, England. And
Coventry.
They moved it, my god. Okay,
they moved it. First year there. Or, well, whatever. We're I52.tf. I'm sure that's what you were wanting to say.
Yeah, go donate some money there. We would love to get 2 teams there and some casters and make that event the World Championship that it has been the last 2 years. So if you had some extra change, go ahead and throw it up there. But we're live here, second half. Teams are going to change colors. Blue for Exertus, red for 4G. Actually, I think they didn't change colors. I think that's the same as they were. So whatever. Podolski's going to be too low at mid, and Banny's going to catch him with one of those super powerful stickies. But Shade does go down to the plowing Decimate. Decimate has collected himself a very important kill, and the Fragile is back at last. We do have Blaze hunting. He is very far in towards Blue's last, but I don't think... Ooh, he's going to do some roamer hiding, Mike. I like it.
Watching the, I rolled out watching the scouts on froyotech and just some dirty kills on the middle. And Clockwork left in behind, but Clockwork's just kind of so good at waiting for the right time to come in. And what a nice guy. He's going to go back for his medic. Can't find him right now. But they're going to build because they're at a huge disadvantage. It is a full Uber up against 10%, and froyotech need to hope for a lucky pick. We've seen one med drop. I think that's kind of it. So no crazy shenanigans yet for meds. This isn't a very med drop heavy map. A lot of the areas are indoors other than this middle area here in your little Sea Bear lighthouse. At any rate, they want to come in right now. Mela's jumping in. Avoided the sticks. He's looking right at him. What else are you seeing here on this fight?
Well, Clockwork just killed the demo and is all the way behind now. He's going to go up behind the 2 enemy scouts, and why not 2v1 him? No, Decimate is going to be able to drop him off. Finally, Uber will be popped. Fragile's really into milking this Uber advantage as much as he can, but that's a great Uber. Mela is able to drop the combo. Shade is dead yet again. Banny is still alive, though, tossing damage out, and I'm not sure if there's any... This point should be going down. Looks like Exertus had to go back for a momentary back cap, but they're going to return through their right side, and I think they should be able to just get mid, because Shade is not there. Decimate is already there, pushing 4G out. Clockwork, though, will not, like I said, Mike, he does not have an S key. He will not retreat. He will not go back. He will break those cuffs, and he will also die to, I think, Decimate again, and he'll be on
Pause button is broken, is what we're saying. Dummy getting healed up right now. He's the only living scout right now for his team, but again, the scouts continue to do so much work as Alpha goes down there to Lansky. And as we wait for Banny and Clockwork to get back up, froyotech are staying in there, but they're going to have an Uber down their throat any second here. Switch over here to the blue team and look at Rando, who's probably going to be taking this one in. And if they can take this second without using, they will take that, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, well, Fragile took a lot of spam damage in that, so from their perspective, that far left, almost like a sewer area. I'm sure there's some schnazzy name for it that the kiddies have come up with. I don't know it, so I'm gonna say, we'll call it cheese. Yeah, cheese.
There you go.
But, yeah, Fragile decided he was too low to push, so they wasted about a 40% Uber advantage. Not a big fan of that play. 4G is testing their left side from their perspective. We'll call it cheese too, Mike. Oh my god. No, we won't. We'll call it something else. I don't know what it is, but
it's making me hungry.
Well, you are Canadian. You can go out and milk the sheep or the goat and make yourself
We just came out with cheese, actually. We just got it last year. At any rate, though, we have this middle point currently right now owned by Exertus. They are playing a little tentatively. We've sort of talked about it, but it's kind of a smart kind of style they're playing. Badonsky's in there right now in the Chili's area and just sort of trying to make something happen, sending spam. This is sort of the area of the map where we do tend to see these slower, kind of slowed down, stalemate times. But Mr. Alpha, he's sneaking up because he wants to be the difference maker, and we've seen him do that already many times. Trying to shoot through that little slat there. I don't know if that's shootable or not, but I guess we'll find out. He can definitely hit his shots. Whiffs again. Certainly right now, Exertus, they're just hoping, waiting for that pick, but on the other side, froyotech want to pick as well. I think the next pick is going to decide who asks.
Yeah, I actually thought Alpha hit Banny. Banny just sort of stood there looking through the slit, and he's still kind of testing Alpha. Maybe Banny knows that you can't shoot through there. I don't know. Banny seems to know everything. But yeah, we're just spamming. We're waiting. Alpha's shooting his off, and he's dead now.
Down.
Yeah, Lansky's able to collect him. Some nice coordinated spam.
Here comes Chili's. Didn't work, and yeah, they're coming right in. Take it away, buddy.
Yeah, they're going to push in that far right side. Clockwork barrels in, actually behind Dummy, who went down early. But Exertus is in full retreat mode. Would like them to at least force the pot. They will. Rando is going to get his Rando Uber. Like 100% of this Uber. Give me all of it. And actually, Shade has to multi. On the backside, though, Badonsky goes down. Fragile needs to get out. Rando, oh my goodness, he got absolutely destroyed by Lansky. And yeah, 4G with a nice retake. Shade's still alive. Fragile's still alive, but a chance maybe Mike to even take second here.
Yeah, bad news right now for Exertus, who are backing up. Decimate's waiting at this little side door here, waiting if anything is going to come through. But very smart. Exertus is going to get right back out to last. I don't think they were in any position at all to defend anything. As Alpha complains, you can't shoot through that crack. All of chat knew and everyone knew you can't shoot through it, but he was trying. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything. My mom always told me, but yeah, I guess that's one thing you can't do, even if you do put your mind to it.
Yeah, I hate that. We were talking about it when we looked at the map earlier, because I was like, can you jump over all this stuff at mid? And you're like, no, you have to, it's like, oh, you get clipped above the roofs here. I'm like, aw, If I see it open, I should be able to fly through it. That's my point. So I agree with the Vampire. I'm on his side.
Agree with the Vampire, and the Vampire himself, he's looking at bottom where he's going to cycle around to right shutter right now from Bender's perspective. I don't know if he realizes that Rando and Decimate are being taken out meanwhile, and Alpha is saying whoops and gets out. That gun is still doing a little bit of work, finally goes down. 4G is on it. Lancey got a scout to try to shotgun down, and he picks him out. That's Alpha. 2 players left up. froyotech going to take it.
Yeah, okay, so you have a heavy, right? I'm going to run a heavy on this last point, who's already spun up top left. Clockwork runs right into the heavy, jumps over his head, and meat shots him twice, and his teammate finishes him up with a rocket. That opened that push-up. That's why I laughed with my high-pitched Gerleman laugh. And that was interesting. Like I said, Clockwork, he does not want to hit S. You have to, like, physically go over his shoulder at land and mash the S key with a fist for that key to ever be hit.
Mash it. Seabear, we've got a tie game, though. It is 3-3 right now. For those of you who keep the score, we have that fancy, scoreboard here on the screen right now. Blaze is down, Mela is down, Scouts are scrapping it out in the middle point there. Just going for frags right now. Lansky has a scout, he picks him out. It was Rando, goes down as well. Decimate down, it's 5 versus 3. And it looks like Four are going to take this mid again. And already again pushing up. They're not waiting. Someone should tell these guys to wait.
They don't want to wait.
Slow down.
Oh my god, Clockwork almost got the demo in that exchange. We have Shade shooting arrows from up high as he's going to collect the second point now with his team. Fragile does have an Uber, and Shade actually doesn't even have his yet because he's so busy having the time of his life with his crossbow. But they're going to get second as well. So it seems like oftentimes we just see a team roll through. No, actually they're gonna respond because every time I say something, they're gonna just like do the opposite of what I say.
Real nice force. Alpha got right up in the face of everyone. I believe he was the one that forced the Uber out of froyotech, and he's gonna come all the way around left side here and try to get the medic. And the med goes down. It was Mela getting the pick, and Banny down 2, but 3 going down for Exertus as well. Kind of a bloodbath as we get scrappy here.
Yeah,
it's breaking down.
Clockwork's going to do all he can to try to get down the Fragile, but he just got chipped away. Awesome play by Exertus. They have the advantage with their Mega
Lives. They got to move now. They have to move right now.
Oh, they're fine. They backed up and were able to collect. They knew once Shade went down, 4G was going to all in on the Fragile, which they tried to do, but they didn't even get into the fight. 4G is going to bomb in on this midpoint here, try to collect Exertus before they get their forward spawns. And there we go. No. What a play
going down to Blaze, and it was Dummy did kind of the lion's share as well. A fantastic job there. I guess they were expecting to find a blue medic there, and Clockwork now gonna just put the icing on the cake. Mela and Rando on a 3K as he gets Podonsky. Clockwork, what are you doing? What is he doing?
He's going forward.
Sword is out.
Yeah, they're fighting each other. Oh no! Screenshot of that. This was Dota 2. We'd find ourselves some rares after that. They're gonna laugh it off.
Oh boy.
It's like the Game of Thrones broke out there. They pulled out their short swords and did it for the old gods and the new. But we are going to sit now with Exertus having their second point. Shade did end up going down towards the end of that fight. Exertus did their impression of 4G and sold everybody out to kill Shade, and they actually did get him at the end. Podonsky was just able to right-click his sticky before Shade... before he died, I should say. So we're going to sit back. Fragile's a big Uber advantage. We'll see how Exertus elects to push. I haven't seen them go the right side here too much. It looks like they're favoring it. Not sure if they're just trying to keep the medic safe. No, they're going to rotate towards that middle slot. Why not? Because they'll just get in. Banny's throwing spams, got stickies up. They're going to actually pop in, so Fragile forced to pop. Nice bomb by Blaze, who is now behind the enemy team. Banny gets collected, trying to retreat. Blaze is still behind.
Mela! Oh boy, Mela made a jump for the medic and goes down. He nearly picked out Shade, but... It's a good news for froyotech because he didn't go down and they will keep Uber, but it was a nice try by Mela. I don't know what the camera caught, but Mela nearly picked it out.
All right, Blaze, I don't know what you're doing, buddy. You've been behind the whole team for like 10 seconds. He's going to try to, I think, combo with his team. Yeah, there's an Uber pop from Shade, who did actually make it out. The Fragile goes down. Alpha is always well, so 4G with a big comeback push here. Some return frags on the flank side. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. No, Clockwork is still alive. He's taking a bite out of crime here, taking a bite out of the blue team. Mela continuing to play well here, but Clockwork is just everywhere.
Why do you do this? Yeah, nearly picked out Rando, but Rando finally got his revenge on Mr. Clockwork. The midpoint does get capped, and froyotech still holding on to a very sizable middle advantage if they keep killing that. I don't need to see obvious things. But anyway, the scout play continues to be unbelievable, but kind of picking it up. I've seen, well, Clockwork's top of the scoreboard. I think that says it all.
He's just looking like he's just listening to comms, running wherever he thinks someone is, and instantly killing them. And aggression is costing him a little bit, as we do see a sort of a limp-wristed push that gets absolutely stuffed. 4G loses 3 members, couldn't even get into the doors. It seemed like they were indecisive. Banny does kill Mela, but here comes the demo bomb following it up. Badonsky's gonna touch the sky. He's got his Air Jordans on, and a return kill to I didn't see it. I'm sorry, boys, but sword fight number 2 goes to Clockwork, who's now backcapping. Uber is going to be popped in. I don't know. Decimate's trying to cap mid while Clockwork is on last. Big play by Shade blocks it, and there goes the back
going down to Banny. Oh my god. Suddenly, what looked like such a fantastic situation for Exertus is now a big strong arm play by 4G, who's going to be able to come right in. Second already capped from that little back cap move, and time to just come right into last. Exertus has to scramble to try to get a defense up. We've seen them pull it off though, but with 2 players left up. Respawns are going to just kind of come in, see if they can hold on. Everyone just stacking the point. Are they going to hold on to this, Seabear?
I think they are. Shade is, yeah, whoa, Shade gets air shot. Here comes Clockwork still alive, 55 health. Fragile versus Clockwork.
Oh my god, oh my god. Alpha's going to come out. Wow. Unbelievable finish there. Alpha very nearly saving the day, but not able to do it.
I thought Fragile had that for a second.
What a finish there to that round.
Medic gonna live the dream there, baby. That would have been pretty awesome. All right, so we are now 4-3 in favor of froyotech, who are dorm me here, trying to end it and get into the grand finals of the Twitch Team Fortress TV, powered by Twitch Invitational, the first ever, hopefully of many. And a very important mid fight's about to kick off. We'll see if Exertus can bring it back. Clockwork's gonna go down first, but not after trading with Decimate. Big pressure from Red. Nice absorption from Exertus. They're able to drop Lansky and Blades, and that is going to be basically everybody. Shade's still alive.
Mela wants blood. He had 31 health and jumped and still up somehow. Only Banny and Shade, well, let's call that only Shade still up alive. He keeps his Uber. Nice job by Shade getting out there. So we are going to at least have Ubers on both sides. Mela doing a ton of work on that mid. He took out both scouts who were doing so much work. So just kind of a great swing for Exertus there. And Mr. Mela.
Oh, Shade goes down. I don't know if he dropped. I think he might have. I don't know. Badonsky got forward after that mid fight. I'm sorry, boys. I did not see that. I didn't think that. I thought they were just going to hold last. But Shade drops, or was very close to having Uber. Fragile's going to pop in right now.
Oh, here we go. Banny trying to just put down sticks in the right place and staying behind, trying to snipe it through that kind of pipe area, but Blue's just getting right on it. Soldier comes down from above. Blaze gets 2 picks. Decimate Rando. Ubersaw is out from Fragile on last. Trying to do it himself. It's not going to work. It's hard up against
Exertus cannot push last. It's weird. They just go in with the regular Uber, and man, they only got, I think, 2 kills. The Pyro was out, tried its best to make it hard, but man, you got to do a better push than that if you're the 3rd best team in North America. And 4G now has a big foothold and actually a big advantage in this round. Mid is going to certainly go down. We'll see if Badonsky can make magic happen with another sticky trap here, but no, I don't think he is. He's deading right now, so I don't think Exertus can hang in at mid. They're going to have to give this up. Shade has made his appearance on it. Here comes the bombs. Oh, Exertus is so far in. Are they going to get the Fragile? Yes, big bomb by Blaze. That could be your game here. I don't know if Exertus can hold. Shade is going to be under some pressure, but no, he's at full health. He's absolutely fine, and oh man, big trouble now for Exertus, as here comes the combo is going to jump in towards last. Lansky with the double shotty says goodnight to Badonsky and Alpha. Second is going to go. Shade has Uber, and we're going to have to see a magical hold here, or this game is over.
We have seen miraculous holds at last, and we've seen it from this Exertus team, but their respawn's only now coming up, and Demo and Alpha still not up, so just gonna waltz on in and sing a tune as froyotech, and looks like they're, boy, a lot of cap time down. They can't do it while they're Ubered, of course.
Oh wow.
They do finally do it.
So nice Uber work by Shade
called
there. GG, froyotech versus Mix-Up. I'm not going to complain because they just gave us a great match. But wow, very entertaining. 5-3. So we saw plenty of that in the pregame chat, Pred. So pat yourself on the back, you beautiful bastards, if you predicted that right.
Could have very easily gone either way. That last round where we saw Exertus sort of on the offense, if they had picked that one out, it could have been a very different outcome. But it does end up 5-3. froyotech will move on. They will face the number 3 seed at LAN, Classic Mix-Up.
They will face, yeah, and that's, of course, like the run back of just this ongoing, ridiculous rivalry that we have in North American TF2. So that'll be so much fun. That's going to be tomorrow night, I think around the same time. It's scheduled to start, I think, 11 o'clock Eastern, but you never know. Maybe they'll start earlier because it could go 2 maps. Now, it's a best of 3, but instead of playing like a ESEA LAN style where you could reset the bracket, they're just going to go into it with Mix-Up already up a map. So really, if froyotech wins whatever map they play first, then they'll play another map to decide the entire tournament and the winner of the grand prize. So that's going to be so much fun tomorrow. I know Bloodsire is going to be casting it. I'm not sure who else. Stay tuned to teamfortress.tv to figure that out. Hopefully everyone comes back tomorrow. But yeah, Mike, any last words, buddy?
No big last words. Just don't forget about our fundraiser, guys. I52.tf. That is still ongoing, and we are still trying to raise that money for the big LAN. But other than that, that's all I can say is to echo what you said, sir. Stay tuned and come back tomorrow for more Twitch Invitational, the big grand finale. And that is it for me.
Yeah, I get to say shout-outs to our cameraman, I know him as Dash Knight. So many dashes that do camera work these days. My lord, it's so hard to tell them apart, these kids. But he did a fantastic job, as always. Look at the pop-ups that he has going. He is a champ, a king amongst men. If you want chat to do a heart for MathSat or Dash, whatever you want, you absolutely can, and I will not hold it against you. So yeah, tune in tomorrow. We'll have the exact time up on Team Fortress TV soon. And also, of course, this weekend is the ESEA LAN. Nerds are going to Texas to duel it out. Who will win? Probably Mix-Up. No, who knows? All right, so we will see you guys back tomorrow night. Thank you so much for joining us. That was Get A Whale. I am Seabear. Big shout out to MathSat again. Good night.
See you guys.